3 steps to stop the overthinking mind. Sometimes our mind can just be on repeat with negative thoughts that can really spiral, and it can be exhausting, really overwhelming, and just deplete all of our energy and positivity. And it can seem like we're stuck with it, but we're not. There are absolutely ways to manage this and get some relief from the overthinking negative mind. And there are 3 steps that done together can be really powerful. Step 1 is to really focus on what is in your control and what isn't. So use this circle of control as a practice that really helps to get clarity on what you can take action on and what there is no point thinking about. So you start with the outside circle. What isn't in my control in this situation? If we're looking at a relationship, for example, of any kind, outside of your control could be how they behave, what they say, how and when they communicate, what their values are. All of that stuff is really out of your control. But what could be in your control is how I respond to them, how I communicate, how I set boundaries and communicate those boundaries, how much time and energy I give them, how much time I spend thinking about them. So this is number 1 practice. Write it out if you can. It's really helpful to get clear. And then you can move from focusing on the things that are out of your control, which can be really frustrating, to zooming in on those things that are actually within your control. And that gives you a sense of empowerment and also helps to get really clear on the situation. But even when you've done that, you might still find that your mind is going to those areas that are outside of your control and still really going on overdrive. So this second practice is a way to begin to detach from those thoughts, to get some space from them. So you want to now notice your thoughts. The moment that you bring awareness to your thoughts, they lose their power. So the process goes like this. The moment you notice the thought, for example, say in your mind you're thinking, I'm going to fail at this presentation, it's going to be a disaster. The process is, number 1, you say, either say out loud, write down, or say in your head, I notice I am having the thought that I'm going to fail and this is going to be a disaster. The moment you've noticed it, you've put your awareness to it, you've now got some space from it. It's now not running your mind. So you say, I notice I'm having the thought that I'm going to fail at this presentation. Next, ask yourself, and again, write this down, ask yourself, is this thought serving me in any way? If the answer is no, which it usually is, then say in your mind, I choose to let this thought go. And doing that, just see how that shifts, how that thought is in your mind, because you've detached from it, you've really seen it for what it is, and you've made a conscious choice to let it go. You might have to do this several times, but when you do this practice, you notice how much power you actually have over your mind and over your thoughts. Final step, get peace of mind. And once you've done these 2 steps, you've got clarity over what's in your control. You release those thoughts that aren't serving you. Now you want to create a sense of peace in your mind and your body. So now we go inwards. So you take a moment to bring your awareness to your breathing. You can do this with your eyes closed. And you take a breath and you feel that breath as it moves through your body. You take a deep inhale and slow, long exhale. And you take another inhale and another slow exhale. and you connect with your breath. You give all of your awareness to your breathing. And in doing so, you turn the volume down on all of the noise in the mind, all of the external, and go inwards to a space of stillness and peace that is always within your reach. Sometimes it can seem like it's really far out of reach, but the moment you bring your awareness to your breath, everything else can quieten down and the mind can slow down. So using these 3 steps, circle of control, noticing your thoughts, and creating peace of mind will absolutely provide some relief from that overthinking, busy mind and show you that you have power over your mind. You control your mind. Your mind doesn't control you. And you can absolutely get a handle on these thoughts using simple practices like this.